Okay, can you hear me? Hello, so right now we're just in the middle of the court, and right now we're just in the front of the camera, blah, 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 blah. We're just in front of the camera, just speaking, just making sure that this sound is absolutely correct. All right. How was
It's a battle for first place here tonight. The Humber Hawks taking on the Sheridan Bruins. Both of these teams looking for an edge. Humber Hawks, Bruins coming up next. Hello and welcome to the Hawks Nest here at Humber College as the Humber Hawks and Sheridan Bruins are facing off here in some men's college basketball action. Steve Carney alongside Everett Handmer. And Everett, the rivalry is strong here tonight. Both of these two teams very familiar with each other, very close in geographical distance, and they have a big rivalry here. The Humber Hawks looking to get first place. What are they going to have to do here tonight against the Bruins to get that?
Well, when their two teams are extremely close in the standings, as right now both are tied with identical records of 13-3 atop the Western Conference standings. And when you're playing a team that's tied for first place, it's simple. Everything has to go well if you're the Humber Hawks. We have a look at the standings here. Both teams 13-3. Humber in first, maybe just by tiebreak point differential, but this is going to be a good game, Steve.
It's going to be exciting, no doubt about that. Right behind them is Mohawk, who is in third place. And of course, Humber gave them their first loss of the season just a couple months ago. It's been an exciting start to this season as Humber, it's senior night here at the Hawks Nest, and the Humber Hawks women's team just had a huge win, and now the men, Everett, are looking to do so. And of course, this rivalry, let's talk about it. These two teams just a couple of years ago had one of the biggest rivalries in OCAA. The Sheridan Bruins won at home via buzzer beater that ended up on a pretty popular website and it was viral all over the online. And then of course the Humber Hawks came back and won at home with a buzzer beater of their own. So these two teams don't like each other. Looking for a big win tonight.
No, that viral video like you talked about, a buzzer beater win by Sheridan. And you know, again, one of the keys to this second half of the season for the Humber Hawks really has been when they got back Tyrone Dickinson and Val Grucic off the second half of the season. We did that game and we said, hey, if all has clicks rest of the season, this could be a very special team.
Yeah, we're going to throw to the national anthem. We'll be back in just a second. here, a packed house here at the Humber Hawks home arena, the Hawks Nest. How excited are you for this game?
This has been a game that I've had. I'm not even playing in this game, and I've had this circled on my calendar since we got the broadcast schedule at the start of the season. As now we're going to have the pregame senior presentations.
Yeah, just like the ladies' game before, a couple seniors will be having their last game here. One in particular, Gibson Edifel. This guy has really been a great player here for the Humber Hawks so far. We're going to listen in to the ceremony.
Outstanding young man graduating from Fitness and Health Promotion, number 11, Jordan Rose.
Jordan Rose. His final year, only played 2 seasons here at Humber, but big contributor off the bench.
Finally, today we recognize a 4-year player, CCAA All-Star, Nationals last year, our leader, point guard.
And now another player that's going to be honored here. Really the engine that drives this team this season. Gibson Edifel, number 3 in white. This guy has been unbelievable all season for this team. If you look at the numbers so far, Everett, this guy's been great. 15.3 points per game, 5.7 assists, which is first in the OCAA, 5.4 rebounds, and 3 steals a game, which is also first. This guy's been great on both sides of the floor.
Yeah, add to those numbers, he's shooting 47% from the field, as well as shooting 30.2% from the beyond the arc. He just a threat wherever he is on the floor.
You know, and Gibson, when he first came to this Hawks team, of course, he was a very athletic player. You can see the athleticism, but his shooting really wasn't there. But he has improved so much. Like you mentioned, 47% from the field, 30 from beyond the arc, just adding more facets to his game every single season.
And now we're just about getting ready for the starting lineups. And we talk about these two teams are very evenly matched in the standings, and you can see that when you come across in the team stats. As Sheridan, extremely impressive. They're second in points, third in points per game, second in three-pointers made per game, as well as first in turnovers per game. And also they're in the top 3 of rebounds per game, Stephen. So this is one of the teams that even like offensively, defensively, they're forcing turnovers, creating their own opportunities.
Yeah, they're a great team. And of course, they have a real dynamic duo up front for the Bruins. They have 2 of the better scorers in the OCAA. That's Brian Olusu and Dylan Periani. So look for those 2 tonight, 17 points, 17 points in games. So these 2 guys know how to get it done.
As the energy is really starting to pick up here, leading up to the starting lineup. Gibson Edifel, of course, leading the way, starting lineup for the Humber Hawks.
Braden Goen also going to be starting tonight. Of course, Valja Judge, first-year player here for Humber, but he's been great, really a stretch forward. He can shoot the ball very well. And alongside Tyrone Dixon, these 2 have really been great so far for the Humber Hawks.
Now, these are 2 of the top teams in the OCAA, but these are also 2 of the top teams in the entire country. Stephen is coming into tonight. These are the number 2 and number 4 ranked teams in the country.
Yeah, and Humber actually to start this season were unranked, and they went and took on the Sheridan team who was ranked 2nd in the CCAA, and they beat them. And that was the Bruins' first loss of the season. The Humber Hawks now have just been on fire as of late, Everett. Of course, you know that Humber won 10 straight. We're at 13-3 now, one of the top teams in the country, like you mentioned. And I think a real big reason for that, the man you see on your screen right now, Tyrone Dixon. This guy has been unbelievable, really the best defensive player in the entire OCAA. Yeah,
he's the sheer size. He's not the tallest player that you'll see on the court, but he's built like a tree trunk. And so what he lacks for in the size, he can really box out guys underneath the rim and really wreak havoc on the defensive side of the ball that way.
Oh, yeah, no doubt about it. He was a great defender, but don't forget him on the glass. Great rebounder as he wins and tip-off, and Humber has the ball first. Judge outside to Gone, kicks it over to Dixon. Big man now over to the last year in his final year. Gibson Ediful here on seniors night looking for a big performance. For the Hawks, turn it over. Here come the Bruins, and that is Owusu. This guy is one of the better players here for the Bruins. He kicks it off to Elreich, and the Bruins looking for the first basket here. Here's Elreich with the jumper over top of Gone. He drills it right in the face of Braden Gone. No problem for Elreich, and the Bruins 2-0 lead here early on. Martin looking for Gone out of bounds off the foot of the Bruins, so Humber will still have possession.
That opening basket was a real nice fadeaway jumper there, as it was well defended, but again, an even nice fadeaway jumper there.
Gone kicks it over to Martin. Here's Edifel going on the inside to Dixon. Nice defense there. Offensive rebound. Can't put it back. Dixon with some good effort down low, but the defense was there for the Bruins.
Again, there's Dixon getting involved on the offensive boards early on in this game like we talked about.
Ariani kicks it to Owusu. Outside to Elreich. Inside now. Diampi. Owusu on the outside. Turns it over, but the Bruins get possession again. Periani lets a deep three ball go. That one off the mark. He gets his own rebound, and Tyrone Dixon there with the block, and then he throws it off, and Periani, what defensive there. The effort was amazing there from Dixon.
Dixon gets it, gets all ball, and then he had, like you said, has the athleticism to chase that ball down, and he knew that he couldn't get the ball and keep the possession, so he had the wherewithal to bounce it off of the Sheridan player there and keep possession for the Hawks.
And the Hawks here with the 2-0 lead, just over 8 minutes left here in the first quarter. Martin outside to Edifel, lets a three ball go, and Gibson Edifel drills the three. The Hawks up 5-2 early on here at the Hawks' Nest.
That's a good play there where the Hawks were penetrating under the basket, and that opens up the perimeter shot for Edifel.
3-2 game here, sorry. And the Hawks grab that lead. Edifel with the deep three ball. Now Wusu goes inside, can't get it. And here comes Humber. Edifel on the outside, screen from Dixon. And Edifel kicks it over to Martin. To Gone. Swings it to Edifel. Edifel goes inside, tries the finger roll, blocked. But the Hawks get the rebound. Judge kicks it over to Gone. They need to get a shot off. And Brady Gone drills the three. The crowd is pumped up here early at the Hawks' Nest. Full crowd here for the Humber Hawks.
Braden going right just as the shot clock was set to expire. He had nice long-range jumper there by the Bruins.
Yeah, just a deep two there from Elreich, but nice jump shot there. He answers. Braden Gone, 6-4 lead here for the Hawks. Just over 7 minutes left here in the first quarter. Gone cuts inside, turns it over, but it looks like it went off the Bruins, so Humber will have possession.
Early on, a couple of minutes here, the pace is already very high in this game. These two teams, these are two first-place teams. They're not wasting any time getting right into the action here in this game, Stephen.
Edifel, nice inbound pass to Dixon. He draws the foul, can't finish, but he'll go to the line for two. Early on, Everett, Tyrone Dixon looking dominant down low.
Yeah, he really has. You know, Tyrone Dixon, this is only his 8th game of the season. He missed most of the first half, all of the first half of the season due to an injury, but in the he's played in nearly half the games of the rest of the team, but he's already, as he misses the first, picked right up from where he left off of last year's all-star performance.
Yeah, he's been unbelievable so far this season. Right up there for the lead in blocks and great rebounding as well. Averaging 13 points and over 12 rebounds. This guy is dominant on both sides of the floor. Ariani now on the outside, being guarded by Martin. Kicks it over to Owusu with the pump fake. Now kicks it over to Elreich. Elreich trying to go inside on Edifel. Tough jumper, but he makes it. So far, Elreich has carried this Sheridan team all 6 points, going to number 15 in blue. Judge over to Braden Gone. Outside to Dixon. Edifel takes a screen from Dixon, kicks it out to Judge for three. That one's off the mark. and Edifel can't get the offensive rebound. Here come the Bruins. Across half court, Periani being guarded by Edifel. Calling for some movement here from the Bruins. On the outside, Owusu now has it. Good defense there from Braden Goen. And Elric lets another ball go. That a free ball, and Elric is on fire here. 9 points already for number 15 in blue. That is Adam Elright hitting all of his shots so far, Everett.
Adam Elright feeding the hot hand of this Sheridan Bruins team, and why not? He makes good on the deep 3 ball there, as well as had a couple of nice fadeaway jumpers. So he's really been the sharpshooter so far for this Bruins team.
Yeah, and a turnover there by Gibson. Edifel called for over and back. So 5:39 here left in the first quarter. The Hawks down by 3 early, and it's all because of Adam Elright with 9 points, and they feed him again. He lets another 3 ball go. This one blocked by Ansel Martin. Now here comes Humber. Braden Goen brings it across half. Now on the near side, Ansel Martin over to Judge. Judge tries to go inside, and a foul is going to be called. Head coach there of the Bruins asking for a travel, but Judge is going to be fouled here.
Yeah, he thought that he took a step before he put the ball down on the court here, but referee didn't see it that way, and the Hawks are going to continue possession here.
The intensity is, well, intense here at the Hawks Nest, Everett. Every play has been crucial so far, neither team letting up. Dixon sets the screen for Martin. Over to Judge, lets a 3 ball go. This one off the mark, but there's Gibson Edifel with the hustle. Gets the offensive rebound. Shake shimmy, can't hit the jumper, but there's Tyrone Dixon grabbing the board. Goen over to Edifel. Nice move, but he's going to be called for the travel.
This time the Sheridan coaching staff getting the travel call they were looking for, as again, Gibson Edifel looking to make the move before he really had. He needed to put the ball down there, as it's 9-6 lead here for Sheridan with 4:53 to go in the first quarter.
As you see on the replay here, Elric has been on fire to start this game. 9 points already. He's leading the Bruins. Periani lets a jumper go. This one in and out, and the Bruins knock it out of bounds, but it looks like it went off Humber actually, so the Bruins will maintain possession here. Everett, 4:44 left in the first quarter. Hawks down by 3, 9-6 lead here for the Bruins. Elric kicks it outside. Going inside was number 31. That's James Carlin, but good defense there from Dulé Gruich, who just checked into the game alongside number 23 for Humber. Of course, that is Kervin Elvis. Elvis kicks it over to Judge. Elvis on the outside now, goes inside. Over to the big man, Gruich. Braden Goen cuts inside with the floater, and Judge on the offensive rebound, can't get it. Humber battling down low, and this one's gonna go off the foot of Baljet Judge and out of bounds. Really intense play here early on.
Yeah, a lot of players trying to find that loose ball around the rim, but gonna say it went off of Humber last, and it's Sheridan ball bringing up over half court.
4:10 left here in the first quarter. Sheridan with the 9-6 lead. Trying to go inside again. Good effort there by Carlin to keep it alive. Elric, another pull-up jumper, and he drills it again. Adam Elric has found the touch early on. 11 points. All 11 points for Sheridan have come from number 15, Adam Elric. Martin has his own pull-up jumper. This one, though, goes in and out, and the Bruins have a 5-point lead. Braden Goen guarding Elric as he has it outside the 3-point line. Over to Periani. Down low to Carlin, and he's going to be called for too many steps there. Turnover, and Humber will retake possession.
A couple of substitutions coming in for both teams, as both teams are a couple of players checking out of the game. Coming into the game for the Hawks is Kenny Ejim. And checking out of the game will be Judge, as well as Ansel Martin.
And Kervin Elvis out there on the floor with Braden Goen, CJ Bennett, Dulé Gruich, Kenny Ejim. Sheridan now, some Aggressive defense. Gone kicks it to the near side. Curvin Elvis. Ejim outside to Elvis again. Takes the 3 ball. Gets it over to Gone. Gone goes inside, and he's going to be fouled. You know, if Braden Gone, Everett, is one of the most athletic players in the OCAA, may surprise you, but this guy used to compete in dunk competitions and was nominated last year for Dunk of the Year, so don't be surprised to see this guy throw down tonight with some big, thunderous jams.
Yeah, he's one of those players where he can shoot the deep 3-ball, but he also has, like you said, the athletic ability to generate space between him and the defender within his first couple of steps, and then that gives him that separation, the ability and time to, you know, showcase those hops and go up for those dunks.
As he does his job from the line, hits both. The Hawks now down by just 3, 11-8 lead here for Sheridan. 3:07 left in the first quarter, and Periani has it for the Bruins. Kicks it over to Elreich once again. Has all 11 points here for Sheridan. And there's going to be an offensive foul. Great defense there from Kenny Ejim. He draws a foul from number 25, Devon Cole Rodney.
Good play by Ejim there to have his feet set in the key there, so when the Sheridan player went to drive, he was already set in the lane and drawed the charge call.
Yeah, saw the aggressiveness of the Bruins player and used it to his advantage. This one's going to go off a foot.
We're going to see a replay here of that foul call there, that charge drawn by Ejim.
Braden Gone now on the outside, tries to cut inside. Good defense there for the Bruins. And it looks like a kick ball is going to be called here against Braden Gone, so the Bruins will have possession. It's been a tight game so far, Everett, 11-8. And really the story so far is number 15 in blue, Adam Elreich, with all 11 points for Sheridan.
Adam Elreich, 11 points in the first quarter, not even done yet, and he comes into today averaging 14.8 points per game. So as here's another jumper, that doesn't go by him, but he's almost average coming in what he averages per game all season.
Yeah, exactly, as Ulay Gurich tears down that rebound, and Gone kicks it over to him. They were looking for an alley-oop play. That one was off the mark, and here's Elreich. Nice pass to Diol. His 3-ball off the mark, and the Hawks have the board. It's Elvis bringing it across half court. With a ton of speed, he hands it off to Gone. Gurich lets the 3-ball go. The big man off the mark. This one saved by the Hawks. Elvis going inside. Outside to Braden Gone. Let the 3-ball go in and out again. Periani now for the Bruins. Gets it out to Elreich. Being guarded by Bennett, he sends it far side to Diol, and he drills this one. Navdeep Diol, the first Bruins player besides Adam Elreich to get a bucket.
Nice spin move, fadeaway jumper there by Diol as he's falling down. Gets that to go to extend this lead to 5.
Turnover there as Braden Gone was looking for Bennett. Periani, he's gonna deflect that one, and it looks like it might be a clear path foul there. As you see on the replay, Diol hits that one, and it looks like I'm right. I'm gonna give him a clear path foul, so he will go right to the line to shoot too.
Yeah, CJ Bennett had no chance but to foul him, as it would have been a clear-cut lane to the basket there for number 7, Periana of the Sheridan Bruins. So one of those times where take the chances of him making good on the free throws. Actually, the referees are maybe talking over the call, but they appear to have made the right call.
Yeah, they're going to give it a clear path foul, so 2 shots and possession of the ball as well. Sean Collins, head coach of the Hawks, not happy with it at all. You can see him voicing his frustration, but too little too late, as the Bruins will be going to line for 2. Periana looking to capitalize here and give the Hawks an even bigger deficit to come back from.
Makes good on the first free throw.
6-point lead here for the Bruins, 14-8. A minute 8 left on the clock in the first quarter. Now 15-8. So 7-point lead here. The Hawks in tough here, Everett. The defense has been great for the Bruins early on.
Yeah, really been really stingy, not giving the Hawks too many good clear-cut looks there. But so far, the Bruins on the other side, well, like we said, they've been riding the hot hand of one of their players, but aside from that, relying on their defense.
Jamar Parkinson kicks it outside. Giampi can't hit it. Now the Hawks have possession here again. Williams McIntosh gets it over to Bennett. Back to Williams McIntosh. And now Ejim on the outside, over to Elvis. Outside to the big man Gruich, tries the pass down low to Ejim, and he gets it to him, but he can't finish. Ejim trying to get the offensive board, and the Bruins will step out of bounds, and the Hawks will get possession here again. Good effort there. Nice pass from Gruich, but Ejim just can't finish down low.
Yeah, nice play there by Ejim. First of all, to corral that pass as it was a little bit off, but yeah, like you said, goes up for what it looked like a simple putback underneath the basket, but just couldn't get it to fall.
13 seconds left on the shot clock. CJ Bennett being guarded by Parkinson. Gets it over to Ejim, lets a 3-ball go. They need it, and they got it. Kenny Ejim looks to the big home crowd and salutes them with the big 3-point basket.
Ejim makes up for that miss underneath the basket a few seconds earlier with that big 3-ball.
Bruins can't finish there, but it looks like a loose ball foul has been called against the Bruins, and the Hawks will have possession again here. A big 3-ball there from Kenny Ejim, and now they're only down by 4, Everett. And 5 seconds left on the clock. A chance here to cut the lead going into the second.
I would say a replay of that deep 3-ball by Ejim to pull the Hawks, like I said, within 4, and now going to the line here is Ejim.
Yeah, Kenny going to the line here. The Bruins are over the limit, so the Hawks in the bonus. As he hits the first, cuts the lead down to 3. Looking to cut it down to 2 here. Kenny Ejim at the line. 5 seconds left in the first quarter. 15-12 lead for the Sheridan Bruins over the Humber Hawks. Steve Carney joined alongside by Everett Hander. And now here are the Bruins looking for a buzzer beater. Diol lets one go, and he doesn't hit it, just off the mark. But what a first quarter it was. You know what, the offensive numbers may not have been there, but the intensity was. The home crowd is packed here at the Hawks Nest, Everett. What an exciting first quarter that was.
Yeah, both these two teams came off the play, off the opening tip-off, and Dylan Perena for the Sheridan Bruins certainly has come to play in this. And he has 11 of the Sheridan's 15 first quarter points. And
so after the first quarter, the Humber Hawks down by 2, 15-13 lead for the Sheridan Bruins.
At Humber, we are career-focused. We provide practical learning in and out of the classroom. We are chefs. We are programmers. We are community builders. We are technicians. We are entrepreneurs. We are Humber.
You've got your degree. Now.
Welcome back to the Hawks Nest here in Etobicoke, Ontario. Steve Carney joined alongside by Everett Hander. And Everett, that first quarter, like we mentioned before the break, the offensive numbers may not have been there, but man, the intensity was.
yeah, it certainly was. This was in it. Both two teams not really giving either team much room to work with on the offensive or defensive side of the ball. In the first quarter, the Hawks were led offensively by Goen and Ejim, both with 5 points, and Edifel chipping in a 3-pointer of his own.
Gibson Edifel is back on the floor. He's guarding Periana, who's bringing it across the half court for the Bruins. Fakes a 3-ball. A nice deflection there from Williams-McIntosh out of bounds. So Humber will be back on defense, but just 14 seconds left on the shot clock. The Bruins looking to extend their lead. Here's Cariana. Ediful, tight defense. Judge comes out to help him. Tried to go inside. This one, though, turned over right out of bounds by Periana.
Periana, that might have been one of the cases where just trying to make too nice of a pass there, as it just wasn't, that lane wasn't quite there.
Ediful now swings it out to Judge. Here's Ediful with it again. Bennett. Looking for Dixon down low. Nice pass inside from Ediful to Judge. Can't finish, but there's Tyrone Dixon. The offensive rebound and put back, and things are tied up again. 15-15, 9:20 left in the first half.
Tyrone Dixon, that's where you'll see him all game on the offensive and defensive side of the boards.
Deal on the outside being guarded by Judge. Sizes him up, lets a three ball go right in the face of Baljat Judge. Deal not afraid to let that one go, and he drills it. 18-15, 8:52 left in the first half, and Tyrone Dixon going to be called for the offensive foul. Now the Bruins trying to get momentum back on their side. It's a packed house here tonight at the Hawks Nest. Steve Carney alongside Everett Handner. And Everett, look at that three ball, nailed by Deal. He had some intestinal fortitude to let that one go.
Three in the eye for sure, with the defender all over him. Pull up, take the three, nothing but net.
Ariana guarded by Ediful, nice move. Step back, can't hit it. And on the rebound is Dixon. Ediful now with it, being guarded by Parkinson. Inside to Dixon. Ediful with it on the outside. Nice crossover move of his own. Over to Bennett. Outside Ediful. Nice pass to Williams-McIntosh. And he drills the three. Williams-McIntosh ties things back up. 18-14 left in the first half.
Good, quick, clean, efficient ball movement, switching the ball from one side of the court all the way to the corner three and making that there has tied this game up by the Hawks.
This is the loudest I have ever heard the Hawks Nest, as Elright not cooling down yet. 13 points so far tonight. He's been unbelievable, Everett.
Just 1 point shy of coming into what he's averaging per game, and it's only, game isn't even halfway done.
Ediful lets a three ball go off the mark. Bennett though on the offensive rebound, and he puts it back in. And things are tied up again. Neither team separated themselves here tonight. It's been back and forth all night at the Hawks Nest. Periana being guarded by Ediful. Dangerous pass, but Elreich has it. Bennett, good defense there. All over Elreich. But he gets it to Parkinson, and he drills a three. Oh boy, these teams starting to heat up here. 23-20, 7:13 left in the first half.
The Bruins and the Hawks are going shot for shot each possession for this second quarter.
Dixon, nice pass to Bennett, and he drills a three. Oh boy, things are starting to heat up here at Humber College. 23-23, both these teams not giving an inch. Oh my goodness, are these guys gonna slow down? Parkinson hits a jumper as well, and the Bruins have a 2 point lead. Judge hands it off to Williams-McIntosh, over to Dixon, to Ediful, to Bennett in the corner again, and CJ Bennett hits a three. On fire, both of these teams. Humber now with the 26-25 lead.
CJ Bennett in that corner, he's loving that left corner three ball as he's made 3 consecutive threes from that exact same spot.
Going inside, can't finish, a heat check there. Number 24, that's Solomon Giampi, can't finish. Ediful to Judge. Williams-McIntosh back to Judge for 3. This one off the mark. Maybe cooling down now as Williams-McIntosh poked the ball out of the hands of Periani, but he's going to be called for a foul. So the Bruins will have possession here again, but Everett, man, there's a string of baskets there I didn't think anyone was going to miss for a while.
Yeah, not only were the baskets being made, Stephen, but it was at an incredible pace as neither team was wasting too much time off the shot clock as it was back and forth. 3 ball, long 2, 3, 3. The pace is extremely high here with 5:58 to go in the second quarter.
Talk about giving this packed house something to cheer for as Periana can hit the jumper. Edifel steps out of bounds, and the Bruins will have possession again. 26-25 lead for the Humber Hawks. 5:48 left in the first half. It's been an intense night so far here at the Hawks Nest on senior night, the last home game for the Humber Hawks. Gibson Edifel's last regular season home game so far, playing pretty good, but he would rather a big win than any individual performance here tonight. Owusu now being guarded by Gone. Gruich comes out to help. Owusu going inside again, can't finish. Carlin gets the offensive rebound. Over to Dio, and once again, the Bruins can't finish. Great defense there from the Humber Hawks.
Yeah, and great play on the defensive board by Grucic, able to get that ball a couple of times coming down with it, and then the ball was stripped out of his hands, but getting possession were the Humber Hawks.
Ansel Martin now on the outside, over to Braden Gone, over to Gruich. Big man goes inside. That was deflected, and the Bruins have possession. There's Owusu on the near side. That's Dio, goes inside, nice finger roll, and he gets it to go. Bruins have the lead again, 27-26, 5:05 left in the first half.
As now, nice, unable to get the runner to go.
Gibson Edifel now forces a turnover, but it looks like it went off his hands, so the Bruins will have possession again.
Stephen, coming into this game, it's not overly surprising. Not overly surprising that these two teams are so hot, because the Hawks come in tonight on a 10-game winning streak, as the Sheridan Bruins, they're riding a 6-game winning streak of their own. These are two teams playing great basketball.
And you know what? First place may not be won tonight, Everett, as there's still some time left in the schedule, but it could be lost here. Whoever loses this game, it's going to be tough to come back from. As Dio misses that one, Gruich gets the rebound and kicks it over to Gibson Edifel. Edifel calls out the play, crosses half, 4:23 left here in the first half. Hawks down by one, it's 27-26. Edifel on the far side, Braden Gone, inside to Dixon, over to Gruich. He can't finish, but he gets the rebound and puts it back. Hewlett Gruich restores the 1-point lead for the Humber Hawks.
That's some good small ball play by the Hawks underneath the basket there by Gruich again.
Foul's going to be called here on Hewlett Gruich. So it'll be a blocking foul. 3:59 left here in the second quarter, and you see the replay there. Deal. That was a couple minutes ago, not scared to put one up right in the face of Baljat Judge. Owusu. That's going to be a turnover, over and back, and the Hawks will have possession again. This is the type of play where momentum can shift. Off a turnover here, Everett, a bucket would go a long way.
That's some good defense by Gibson Edifel there on that inbound play, forcing the Bruins at the only play to give them a tight inbound play right at half, forcing the over and back.
The big man, Gruich, lets a three-ball go. That one's just short. And now with a fast break chance, and it's converted by Periana, and the Bruins once again with the lead, 29-28, 3:35 left in the first half. Gone inside to Gruich, tries to go up, and he's going to be fouled here. Looks like that's by number 31, James Carlin, so Gruich will go to the line for two.
Good play there by Gruich. He knows that that's where he makes his game, right underneath the basket, and so nice step move to try and get around the defender and go right up at the basket. I like that play if you're Val Gruich. Just go into the line, make them foul you.
Well, 100%. Use that size that you have. And like we mentioned, of course, he's a big player, but this guy can shoot the three as well. So going to the line is always a good move. As he misses the first one, he's a good free throw shooter as well. Didn't show it there, but go to the line because you know that he can finish as he's trying to tie things up here. He misses both, uncharacteristic of Hewlett Gruich. Now the Bruins looking to take advantage. Periana inside. Cole Rodney, and his hook shot is good. And the Bruins now stretch their lead out to 3, 31-28, 3:14 left in the second quarter. Gone's gonna draw the blocking foul on Deal. And they will have possession. Checking in for the Hawks. Kenny Ejim's gonna replace Vulek Gruich. And Kerwin Elvis is gonna replace Gibson Edifel. This is gonna be a night, Everett, where you're gonna see the rotation constantly changing because it's so intense. You gotta get your guys some breathers.
And in a game where their two teams are this evenly matched and so tight, this may be a game that's won off the bench, whichever team's bench shows up.
Perfect time for you to mention that, because last time these two teams played, it looks like it'd be a foul called and the Bruins bench doesn't like it. It looks like Kenny Ejim was pushed on the back. But we talked about earlier this season, the Hawks were unranked and they went and beat the Sheridan Bruins. Their first loss of the season, it was for Sheridan. And off the bench, there was second-year guard Kerwin Elvis, who led the Hawks with 14 points. That's his season high. So like you mentioned, it could be won by the bench, and he might be a player that steps up tonight for the Hawks.
And one of the reasons this team, you know, they were coming into the season the first bit, they were unranked. But like we talked about, they were missing a couple of key players in this lineup for the more like the entire of the first half before the Christmas break, and that being Grucic and Tyrone Dixon. And so when we did one of the first games at the other side, this was the first game where Dixon and Grucic were back. We said, watch out for this Humber Hawks team down the second half of the stretch if all these players stay healthy, and they have.
Yeah, 100%. Vulek Gruich and Tyrone Dixon, the two bigs for Humber. I mean, you got Baljat Judge as well, but when Gruich and Dixon are out there at the same time, you got a guy in Vulek Gruich who stands at 6'10" and can shoot the three ball. He stretches the floor. And then, of course, Tyrone Dixon, the best defender in the OCAA. That combination can be deadly. And if the Hawks have them healthy going into the playoffs, we might see another good run here for Humber.
Or any combination of the both. If one's not playing well coming in off the bench, substitution-wise, it just gives the head coach, Sean Collins, just options.
Yeah, Vulek Gruich, you know, coming into tonight's game, he's been coming off the bench lately. You got to wonder if that's maybe trying to get some extra scoring off the bench, or if he's still dealing with that lingering injury. As Judge has it, he started tonight. He kicks it over to Ansel Martin. Guarded by Diols. Martin kicks it out to Judge, lets a three ball go. That one's gonna be short. And Elvis looks like he got the rebound and deflected it off a Bruins player, but now the other referee's gonna say that's the wrong call, and the Bruins will get possession of the ball.
Yeah, the shot clock violation is gonna be the call, as that shot did not hit the rim.
2:35 left in the second quarter. The Bruins can't get that one. That was Periana missing it. 31-28 lead here for Sheridan. Humber looking for a big home win in their last home game of the season. Elvis over to Martin. Tries to go inside to Judge and went off the back of a Bruins player, but looks like Kenny Ejim is going to be called for the offensive foul.
Yeah, Ejim having a couple of words with the referee, just trying to make sure he's on the same page.
Periana now for the Bruins, brings it across half court with a ton of speed now going to the basket, kicks it out to Elreich. He's on fire in the first quarter, and he hasn't slowed down. 15 points for Adam Elreich. He's leading the Bruins here tonight. Gone takes it out to Judge, back inside to Ejim. Kenny Ejim over to Judge, can't hit the hook shot. Offensive rebound 2 times by Ejim, can't put it up, goes in again, and he's gonna be fouled, and he will go to the line. What effort by number 22 in white.
22 Ejim, he was going up and down 3 or 4 times before finally drawing the foul call. There we see the replay of the fadeaway jumper by the red-hot Adam Elric for the Bruins. But like you said, Ejim just doing work underneath the basket, boxing out underneath, getting the rebound each time, finally drawing the foul call on about the 3rd or 4th opportunity.
You know, this is the strength of the Sheridan Bruins, is the offensive rebounding. They average 18.7 per game, but Humber so far tonight, they've been pretty darn good as well on the offensive rebounds. They're 8th in the conference, usually with 17 a game, so not much of a difference, but tonight, Humber's had that edge. As Ejim hits that one, makes it a 3-point game. 1:45 left in the first half. Humber down by 3, 33-30. And for the first time into the game, that's number 11, Omar Abbas. There's going to be a turnover on Sheridan, and Humber will have possession here, and this is where you got to make it count. Off the turnovers, Everett, you need to make them pay.
Yeah, a little bit of miscommunication there on that last possession there by the Bruins, as Kuriana tried to save the ball at half, unable to do so, and so taking over here now are the Hawks.
Martin outside to Elvis. Doan kicks it back to Martin for three. Off the mark, but there's CJ Bennett with the offensive rebound and putback, and the Hawks are only down by one. 1:15 left here in the second quarter. Here's Elreich, already with 15 points tonight. Lets another tough jumper go, and he drills it. Adam Elreich is on fire right now, 17 points.
Whatever he ate for the pregame meal, I'm sure he'll want to be eating that the rest of the season.
He's carrying this Bruins team tonight, no doubt about it. Elvis outside to Bennett. Can he hit it again? And he does! CJ Bennett is on fire from that particular spot, Everett. He's already hit 3 3-pointers.
You know, the thing about the CJ Bennett three-pointer is that he doesn't have a whole lot of arc on his three, so it's hard to get a good read on it, and then it ends up just going in.
Martin inside to Edgem, turns it over, and now here come the Bruins trying to get a transition play, but Hariana steps out of bounds, so good break there for Humber. 35-35, 27.2 left in the first half.
You know, coming into a game this close, you knew that these two teams are this close in the standings, statistically this close. You just knew that this game was going to be tight from opening tip-off and now up to the end of the first half.
Yeah, and this full house here tonight, not disappointed so far with this game. It's been unbelievable. Martin now kicks it over to Elvis. Bennett goes inside, nice move with the hook. Nice finger roll opportunity there, but just can't bury it. And here comes Owusu. Can't finish, and Carlin turns it over, and the Hawks will have the last shot here, Everett. 4.4 left in the first half, 35-35. Humber would love to end this first half with a big bucket.
And head coach Sean Collins knows that, and he calls a timeout call to make sure he draws up the right play that he wants that will give his team the best option to get a shot. And if you're looking for a shot, and drop a play, why wouldn't you drop a play for CJ Bennett? He's been the hot hand lately.
You took the words right out of my mouth. 11-year veteran head coach Sean Collins got to be drawing up a play here for Bennett. Someone cut to the inside, have CJ camped out on that near side right in front of us and drill that three ball. It's been happening all night.
Yeah, it's been a tale of a couple of hot players there, as now we see the hot player on screen there for the Bruins has been Adam Elrick, as he already has surpassed his average points per game, and he's the driving force so far for the Bruins.
And if you look at the shots that he's been making tonight, they've been difficult shots. He's had a defender right in his face, but he's either faded away from him or just somehow got the shot off in time. But he's drilled almost all of them. Like you mentioned, 17 points already tonight. He's been on fire, but the Hawks now have a chance to get the first half go in their favor. We're tied up here at the Hawks Nest. Steve Carney alongside Everett Hanmer. 4.4 seconds left, and the Hawks are looking for a buzzer beater.
Bruins have a full court press going here.
Elvis now has it, brings it across half court. 1 second left. Hawks need to get a shot off. Edgem lets it go. Oh, and it goes in and out. I don't think it would have counted, but either way, what a perfect way to end the first half, Everett. 35-35. These two teams so close in the standings, and they're so close here again tonight.
Yeah, and like I said, if we would have coming into this game, we probably knew this was going to be close. This might be decided by 1 or 2 shot possessions the rest of the whole game.
And we're looking at some highlights from the first half. See Braden going, drilling a three ball there. The Bruins had an answer every single time. Both of these teams trading back and forth. Neither team able to separate. And what an exciting first half it was. 35-35. Seniors night here at the Hawks Nest. A couple seniors being honored here tonight. One of them has been Gibson Edifel, and Gibson Edifel playing great like usual. Great defender, great offensive player. They're going to need him in the second half as the Hawks are looking for a huge win at the Hawks Nest, Everett. been such a good game. You can't be disappointed with anyone's effort tonight.
No, they're definitely giving the fans in attendance, and it's a packed Hawks Nest, something entertaining to watch.
It's 35-35, and we're joined by Gibson Edifel on the sideline. Gibson, thanks for joining me. It's Steve Carney alongside Everett Hanmer. And Gibson, what a first half that was. A packed house here tonight, 35-35. What are you guys going to have to do in the second half to get a big win?
We're going to have to play better defense. Adam, number 15 on Sheridan, is scoring really easily, kind of. We got to contest them better. We got to share the ball more on offense and just come together collectively as a team and win this game.
Yeah, and Gibson, you just mentioned him, of course, Adam Elreich. He's been great in that first half. What are you guys going to have to do to stop him? Because it seems like the shots that he's been hitting, you guys have had a hand in his face all night.
Yeah, he's making tough shots. We just got to make sure that his shots are a little bit tougher, more contested, not make him feel so comfortable. So once we get that happening, he can't do it for 40 minutes.
And Gibson, how important is your team to come a big start in the second half to really feed off this crowd that you have, this great fan support that you have here tonight?
I didn't hear what you said.
I said, how important is this fan support and your team feeding off of this energy here being a factor in this game?
It's going to take a lot of communication, a lot of hard work, and a lot of effort on the defensive end for us to take this game.
All right, Gibson, thank you so much for joining us. Good luck in the second half. Let's hope for another big win for you guys. Good luck.
All right, thanks.
So that's Gibson Edifel joining us after the first half. And what a first half it's been, Everett. 35-35, perfect way to celebrate seniors night here tonight.
It really has been, Steven. There's been multiple storylines here. The hot player for the LREG for the Bruins, as well as CJ Bennett. He's been red hot from beyond the arc, as well as Tyrone Dickinson. He's had a great game on the offensive and defensive boards. So just lots to pay attention to going into the second half.
So keep joining us here. The second half, just in a couple minutes. Steve Carney alongside Everett Hanmer. We'll see you then.
You've got your degree. Now take your education to the next level. At Humber College, our career-focused programs incorporate hands-on practical experience both in and out of the classroom, allowing you to get the experience employers are looking for.
All right, mic check, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Do you want me to do like a play call in case it gets loud? And a huge basket. All right, welcome back here. Steve Carney alongside Evan Hammer. Look at these highlights from the first half. What an exciting half it was, 35-35. Humber Hawks taking on the Sheridan Bruins in a battle for first place, and neither team giving an inch. Both these teams giving every single last piece they have in them, Everett.
They certainly have been, and they're really, all aspects of the game have been going well for both teams. As in the first half, the Humber Hawks were led offensively by C.J. Bennett. He went 5 for 6 from the field and 3 for 3 from beyond the arc, Stephen. He was putting on a performance in that first half.
Yeah, he was on fire at one point. You know what? He wasn't the only one that was on fire. There was a couple minutes there, Everett, where neither team missed a shot. I've never seen anything like it here at the Hawks Nest. I mean, it looked like neither team was going to miss for the rest of the game, the pace that they were on.
Yeah, that was definitely got your heart rates going here up in the broadcast booth, watching those couple of minutes. And leading the way offensively for the Sheridan Bruins in the first half, well, who else would it be? Elric with 17 first half points. He went 8 for 10 from the field, 1 for 2 from free throw line. He was putting on a show. It was almost a one-man show in that first half.
Oh, he was absolutely on fire right about that. 17 points, and we talked to Gibson Edifel after that first half, Everett, and just asked him what the key was going to be, and he pointed out right away, you know, we got to stop number 15 in blue. And we said to him, but you guys have been getting a hand up in his face, so what's been the thing? And he had no answer. It seemed like Elric was just hitting everything.
And on top of those 17 points, he also has 4 defensive rebounds, which leading his team in rebounds, so also getting involved on the glass.
Yeah, all hustle all the time for Elric. And like we mentioned, he's been really the motor here tonight. Almost half of his team's points, well, actually, exactly almost half his team's points, just one away from it, but he's been the main threat. So if Humber can shut down Elric, that might be the answer here tonight, because no one else has really been clicking here for the Bruins.
And they certainly do have the players that can have that defensive shutdown capability in Dickinson, and put a player like Dickinson on Edifel in the second half, and he won't be getting as many clear looks, I wouldn't think.
No, well, Tyrone Dixon, the big man, great inside. You know what, you're right. They got to look to other players as well. Maybe Gibson Edifel can guard Elric, or maybe a guy like C.J. Bennett off the bench. He's been great. Ansel Martin, though, he's going to be starting the second half. He's a great defender. Number 13 in white. He is a great defender. He's got to be one of the guys that has to step up to try to shut down Elric.
Ansel Martin, the fourth-year player, he's coming in averaging 11 points per game off the bench. That's when your player coming off the bench like that and you're putting up double-digit numbers, that can only do good things for your team.
And Bule Gruich, one of the better players here for Humber, of course, had a tough start to the season. He was injured for most of it. But Bule Gruich, this guy, of course, he played in CIS basketball before coming here to Humber, so he has the experience of high-level basketball, and it's really carried forward here to Humber as they're looking for another OCAA championship.
Yeah, you can really tell that he has played basketball at a high level for a number of years, as just when he comes onto the court, he has that kind of, that aura, that sense about him that, you know, he just knows where to go and what to do.
And he, alongside Tyrone Dixon, when they're on the floor together, just such a tough task to deal with. Tyrone Dixon, of course, a great defender, but all over the offensive rebounds and gets the putbacks. And speaking of putting it back, we're going to put it back to live action here. The Hawks are tied up here at the Sheridan Bruins. Steve Carney alongside Everett Handmer. And this place is absolutely buzzing. A full crowd here tonight. Almost no seats if you're trying to find a seat here tonight. You may have to stand out at some point. But really, in this second half, the Humber Hawks are tied up now with the Bruins Everett. And there's one guy they have to stop. 17 points for number 15 in blue, Adam Elreich. They have to shut this guy down if they want to win tonight.
Certainly, he's on the floor to start the second half, and why wouldn't he be, as it's going to be the Hawks inbounding to start the second half.
Edifel double team toward him, but he kicks it over to Ansel Martin. Interesting tactic there from the Bruins, and the Hawks turn it over, so maybe it worked as Ansel Martin lets this one go out of bounds off his leg, and the Bruins will have possession again. 9:51 left in the third quarter, 35-35. Owusu has the ball, lets the jumper go over top of Braden Goen. And the Hawks now are down by 2. Edifel brings it across half court, kicks it over to Ansel Martin. On the far side, Martin back onto the near side, and Braden Goen goes inside to Judge. Can't finish, but there he is on the offensive rebound. Looks like there's a foul called on the Bruins, so the Hawks will have possession here.
That foul, here's we see that nice jumper there by number 33 for the Bruins.
Now Wusu puts that one in despite the tough pressure as Judge lets a 3-ball go. That one off the mark, but Dixon with the offensive rebound. Outside, Edifel. Oh, I'm not sure about that one. Looks like Periana maybe moved into that one, but either way, Gibson Edifel going to be called for the offensive foul. 9:11 left in the third quarter, 37-35 Bruins. And here comes Periana, being guarded by Edifel, the point guard for the Bruins, brings it across half court. Tries the crossover, hands it off to Owusu. On the near side, going toward the basket, but blocked by Tyrone Dixon. Great effort by number 10 in white. Braden Goen goes inside, lets the floater go and drills it. 37-37, 8:43 left in the third quarter.
That's one of those things where a big play on the defensive side of the ball leads to another big play on the offensive side of the ball at the other end.
And what a beautiful move that was by Owusu, somehow finishing over top of the defender, Tyrone Dixon, who just had a block about 30 seconds before that. So Ansel Martin inside, Judge goes to Dixon. He lets one go, and this one gets the friendly roll, and it drops. So 39-39, neither team able to separate themselves here tonight. Owusu going inside again, and another tough shot, but he drills it again. Brian Owusu has found the touch here in the third quarter.
And he's a player that you'd have to think it was only a matter of time as he comes into tonight leading the team, leading the Bruins in points per game.
Edifel on the outside, cuts inside. Nice pass to Martin. Reverse layup off the mark, but he's going to be fouled by Carlin, and he'll go to the line. Nice pass by Gibson Edifel.
Yeah, the one-handed pass kind of threading the needle to see Gibson Martin underneath the basket there. Unable to get the reverse layup to go, but going to the line to shoot 2 and makes good on the first.
Ansel Martin, a very athletic player, fits in nicely alongside Gibson Edifel. Great defender as well as a great offensive player from Scarborough, Ontario. Martin makes it a 1-point game, trying to tie things back up. 7:47 left here in the third quarter. Steve Carney alongside Everett Handmer. We are being joined tonight by a full crowd here at the Hawks Nest. An atmosphere that we should have expected here because these two teams so close, of course, in distance. Just about a 20-minute drive between the colleges, but also the rivalry is intense because of the past. As Owusu hits another difficult shot, this time over top of Braden Gone.
The floater in the lane by Owusu. He is having himself a second half so far.
Yeah, 6 points for him tonight, all 6 in this third quarter. They've all been difficult shots. Edifel with his own shot, this one though short, and the Bruins have the ball. Owusu now brings it across half court, being guarded by Braden Gone, lets another tough shot. That one though, way off the mark. Good defense there by Humber. Here's Edifel, nice crossover move. Goes inside to Dixon, and he finishes off the glass and ties things back up. 43-43, 6:55 left in the third quarter. Owusu now has it. Being guarded by Braden Gone. What defense there by Gone. Forces him to the ground, but he gets it to Elright. His 3-ball way off the mark, and Elright maybe losing that touch. Edifel pull-up jumper, misses, gets the offensive rebound, goes back up, but that one's blocked, and the Bruins have possession again. Periana gonna be fouled, it looks like here, maybe to Ansel Martin, but good job there by Periana, sensing that the defense wasn't there and put the pedal to the metal and went right inside.
Yeah, Periana drew that foul call as a result of his speed. The Hawks were just unable to catch up with the speed of Periana and forced to foul him as he's going to go to the line here to shoot 2 with this game tied up at 43.
Baljat Judge and Braden Gone will go to the bench. CJ Bennett coming back out with Ulay Gruich. And we talked about him, Everett. CJ Bennett really caught fire in that first half. And it was from one particular spot in particular, that side right in front of the Sheridan Bruins bench. From 3, he was hitting them all night. Now he's going to need to find a new spot, maybe in front of his own bench.
Yeah, he's certainly that 3-ball threat off the bench is just could be a big factor in this second half here.
On the near side, Ansel Martin. Edifel now to Bennett. Inside to Gruich, and just turns around and uses that size to put this one down the bottom of the well. 45-44 Humber. 6:05 left in the third quarter. Deal. Kicks it over to Parkinson. He can't hit it. And here come the Hawks in transition with a ton of speed. Here's Ansel Martin. Goes right to the basket, and the tough layup is good. Ansel Martin.
Ansel Martin driving the lane and gets the layup to go with ease, but answering is Periana with a 3.
Oh boy, Periana. Talk about having some guts. Lets a 3-ball go after just a couple seconds. Tick off the shot clock. Edifel now trying to go inside. Good defense, but he lets the floater go. This one off the mark. And he's almost there on the offensive rebound, but here come the Bruins. Periana again from 3. This one short, and Elright has the rebound. Now Parkinson. Sorry, that's Shane Bennett, first time into the game, number 4 in blue. And Deal on the outside for 3, and he drills it. Nav deep, Deal looks toward the Humber bench and talks some trash. These two teams definitely don't like each other, Everett.
These teams going shot for shot here all game long, and it's continued in the second half. But the Bruins here, the last 3-4 minutes, have really heated up behind the arc.
Bennett was hot in the first half of that one, way off the mark. 50-47, Sheridan Bruins lead the Humber Hawks. 4:38 left in the third quarter. Deal misses that one. Bennett can't get the board. Here's Elright. Over to Deal. Tough shot over Dixon. That one's off the mark, but the Bruins once again with the offensive rebound. Humber needs to tighten the defense up. Periana, guarded by Edifel. Kicks it over to Elright. Way short, air ball, and Ulay Gruich has the ball. Now Ansel Martin on the broadcast far side. Inside now to Dixon, can't finish. Easy basket there, but Tyrone Dixon just looks like he lost control of the ball. It looks like there's a foul call. Not sure who that's on, but.
Going to be a reach called on Gruich.
So 3:58 left here in the third quarter. The Hawks are down by 3 to the Sheridan Bruins. Steve Carney alongside Everett Handmer. And coming onto the floor, Kenny Ejim and Kerwin Elvis. They're replacing Braden Gone and Tyrone Dixon. Looks like Gibson Edifel, is out as well. Kerwin Elvis is on the floor. Now here's Deal on the near side. Goes over to Owusu. He drills it again. This guy's on fire here in the second half. All 8 of his points coming in the third quarter. Elvis to Gruich. The big man thought about the 3, kicks it over to Elvis, and he drills the 3. Looks to the crowd and salutes. 52-50, Sheridan leads Humber with 3:25 left in the third quarter.
Stephen, those last substitutions for the Hawks, I really think that was head coach Sean Collins looking to answer the speed on the court of the Sheridan Bruins. As the last few possessions, the Bruins were really beating the Hawks down the court. And so by substituting Dickinson out, I really think that tries to, match the speed.
Yeah, and you have a guy like Kenny Ejim now who's maybe playing power forward, but this guy really could play small forward if he wanted to. Ansel Martin, of course, athletic. CJ Bennett, and the quick point guard, Kervin Elvis as well. So you're right, that speed is a factor here for Humber. At the line, that's Periana hitting the first. Dylan Periana from Brampton, Ontario, hits both, and that makes it a 4-point game. Shane Bennett going to be substituted here from the Bruins, coming in to replace him, Jamar Parkinson. And here are the Hawks. Ansel Martin has it now, being checked by Deal. Gets it over to Ejim. Bennett now cuts inside, tries to get it to Ejim. He was tripped up there and he's still on the floor, and it looks like he's hurt. The Bruins can't take advantage. They're looking for the 3-ball. Odd man opportunity. Owusu goes inside and puts it in over top of Ulay Gruich. Kenny Ejim is down on the floor in a ton of pain, and that's not a good sign for the Humber Hawks.
Again, it's unable to put next to no weight on his, looks like it's either the back, that left knee appears to be favoring, but so he was down hurt in that, so that entire last possession, the Hawks were playing 5, were short 1 man, as Kenny Ejim going right over to the medical table there. Hopefully nothing too serious there, but so now the Sheridan Bruins have opened up a 6-point lead, which it might not, from the outside, it might not look like a big lead, but given within this game, a 6-point lead is a huge lead.
Huge lead, Everett, no doubt about that. You're completely right. This game has been so close all night, and a 6-point lead is huge. And I just saw Kenny Ejim go toward the locker room and took his jersey off. So not sure if that's out of frustration or if he knows that something's wrong, but see Kenny Ejim go down there in a lot of pain. Hopefully it's nothing serious and he can return soon. Elvis now gets it over to Bennett, to Judge. Back to Bennett, inside to Gruich. Elvis kicks it over to Ansel Martin, and the Hawks with some good ball movement here. Martin cuts inside, looks like he's steps out of bounds, I believe, or is he fouled? No, he's gonna be fouled there by number 21, I believe. That is Navdeep Deal. 56-50, 6-point lead for the Bruins, 2:36 left in the third quarter. Steve Carney joined alongside by Everett Hanmer, and this game has been unbelievable so far, living up to the hype. Martin to Bennett, inside to Gruich. Hawks need to get a shot off. Gruich misses, and now here come the Bruins in transition. Oh boy. Periana went up, looked like Ansel Martin may have had the clean block, but Periana's gonna go to the line to shoot two.
Again, there's another example where Periana's speed going down the court forces the Humber Hawks to try and make a play. This time ended up causing a foul, but the speed on the fast break of the Sheridan Bruins has really been on display here in the second half.
Periana hits the first one. 7-point lead here for the Bruins. That ties the biggest lead, I believe, of this game. They're leading 15-8 early on. And now it's an 8-point lead, so I think that's the biggest lead of the game since it's been so close all night. Hawks looking to cut that lead down. Bennett has it on the outside, goes inside to Gruich. Nice pass over to Martin. Now Elvis for three. He's short. And the Bruins have possession. Periana to Owusu. Nice pass to Parkinson, but Baljot Judge got a piece of that one. And the Bruins have 12 seconds left on the shot clock. Owusu goes inside, turns it over. The Bruins need to get a shot off quick. 5 seconds, Deal lets it go and he hits it. Navdeep Duel, he's had a strong performance here tonight for the Bruins, and they have their biggest lead of the game, 60-50.
And so with that,
so with 1:42 left in the third quarter, the Hawks are down by 10. Sheridan Bruins lead at 60-50. Stick with us.
At Humber, we are career focused. We provide practical learning in and out of the classroom. We are chefs. We are programmers. We are community builders. We are technicians. We are entrepreneurs. We are Humber.
All right, welcome back here to the Hawks Nest. The Humber Hawks taking on their rival Sheridan Bruins, and the Bruins have a 10-point lead, 60-50. Steve Carney joined alongside by Everett Hanmer, and Everett, this game has lived up to the hype. There's no doubt about it.
it really has. The fans have not been disappointed, near has anybody listening or watching this game. And it's really been, when two top teams meet up, you hope that it lives up to the hype, and this game certainly has.
It's been an exciting game, that's for sure. And the Hawks are down by 10 with 1:45 left. Looking to cut the lead down. Elvis to Gruich, now to Bennett. Tries to go inside, kicks it over to Judge. Hawks have some good ball movement, but they need to get a shot off. Elvis now to Bennett, lets a three ball go. And this one's true, they needed that one. CJ Bennett hits the three, and the lead is back down to 7. Owusu now being guarded by Bennett. With the crossover, nice move. Step back, and he hits it. Owusu looks right to the face of Bennett, talks some trash, and the Bruins have a 9-point lead. It's a battle for first place here tonight, and the Hawks are looking for a big home court win on seniors night. Martin goes inside, kicks it over to Bennett again, and Bennett hits another three, answers it right back, taps on the head, and his trash talk is just as good as Owusu's.
Bennett has found his three-point touch from the first half here as back-to-back threes from Bennett.
Periani can't hit that step back, and Bennett has the rebound. 33 seconds left. It's a 6-point game. The Hawks are looking to cut it down. Blocking foul is going to be called here against Navdeep Deal. And the Hawks, with 27.9 left in this third quarter, 14 seconds left on the shot clock. They're trying to cut that lead down. Everett, it's a 6-point lead now for Sheridan.
6-point lead, checking back into the game here is Dickinson when he's been on the bench for the last 4 or 5 minutes.
Judge over to Bennett, to Ansel Martin, lets one go, this one off the mark, but Elvis has the rebound. Not sure if the shot clock is reset there, but another foul is going to be called. This one looks like it's going to go against Devon Cole Rodney. So the Hawks should have a full shot clock here, I believe. Maybe they'll be going to the line, actually. I think they're in the bonus now. So Baljat Judge will go to the line.
And with the Hawks going to the line here as we're just about approaching the start in the fourth quarter, the game within a game starts to become a factor. So the game within a game could be the free throw line game. And so you want to make good on as many free throws as you can, as Judge just missed that one. But in a game that's just been so tight as this, every free throw becomes magnified.
Yeah, you can't waste any opportunities as he hits the second one, makes it a 5-point game, but every single free throw, you're right, is crucial. Every possession is as well. The Hawks need a big stop here. Owusu's been on fire here, 14 points in the third quarter, being guarded by Bennett. Owusu, 5 seconds left on the clock, tries to go inside, great defense. Oh, and he's called for the blocking foul. No idea why CJ Bennett is called there. That was great defense.
Head coach Sean Collins jumps right up off the bench as soon as that, and the officials coming over really trying to calm him down, as it looked like he may have had good positioning.
Man, that's a tough call for the Humber Hawks. C.J. Bennett looked like he was playing great defense there, and it looks like Owusu was just falling to the floor on his own, but somehow gets the foul call. He'll go to the line for 2, and that's a crucial foul there. Every basket counts, every free throw shot counts. As he hits the first one, makes it a 6-point game. Only 2.3 seconds left here in the third quarter, so the Hawks will have a chance here after this free throw. Owusu hits it, so the Hawks would love to get a big basket here. Substitution, Owusu comes out, and here are the Hawks with 2 seconds left. Baljet Judge to inbound it from behind his own net. Gets it to Kervin Elvis. They need to get a shot up. He gets one. This one off the mark, and the Bruins will have a 7-point lead going into the fourth quarter. 64-57 Everett. What a game it's been.
This really has been a game as the Sheridan Bruins have opened up a little bit of a lead here the last 2-3 minutes of the third quarter. But this lead it's not insurmountable, as this Humber Hawks team is more than capable of coming back into this game. Maybe just tightening up a couple of things on the defense. It's been some amazing shots in play by Brian Owusu down the last stretch that has really been the difference.
And you look over at the scoring table so far in tonight's game, as we're just getting some official stats, but on the Humber side, C.J. Bennett, 7 of 9, 5 of 6 from three-point land for 19 points. This guy's been on fire.
Yeah, and still leading the way is Elric with 17 points. But coming up there is Periana and Dion.
Yeah, so the Hawks are down by 7. Sheridan leading 64-57. Stick with us.
You've got your degree. Now take your education to the next level. At Humber College, our career-focused programs incorporate hands-on practical experience both in and out of the classroom, allowing you to get the experience employers are looking for.
Welcome back here to the Hawks as Sean Collins, head coach of Humber, trying to get his troops back in order. They're down by 7 heading into the fourth. Sheridan Bruins have a 64-57 lead. Steve Carney alongside Everett Handmer and Everett. We've talked about it already. The rivalry between these two teams is real. And you really sense it on the floor tonight. A lot of trash talk has been traded back and forth.
A lot of trash talk, and especially this visiting Sheridan Bruins team. They're living it up to this visiting crowd, to the Humber Hawks crowd, as a couple of players have, when they've made a big play or made a big basket, they've turned to the fans.
Oh, they have, and you know what? Sheridan, only about a 30-minute drive, like I mentioned earlier, as Periana misses that one. So a lot of these fans here tonight are Sheridan fans, but either way, it's a full house. Both teams represented. As Judge turns it over, here comes Parkinson trying to finish, and he somehow does. Ton of contact there. They wanted the foul, no call. 9-point lead now for the Bruins. Hawks need to get back. Coming out to the substitution table is Matt Bukovic. He hasn't played tonight, but this guy's a deadly three-point shooter, so they're looking for him to heat up. Here's Elright for the Bruins. Brings it in, tries to go inside. Baljet Judge, great defense, and Braden going to flex it out of bounds. So Bukovic is going to come into the game, and he's going to replace Judge. You see on the replay there, Judge, great defense, but somehow Parkinson still finished.
Parkinson again, those are points off of the fast break and off of speed from the Sheridan Bruins, which has been definitely a difficult task for the Hawks so far this game.
Edifel back on the floor as well. He's joined by Bukovic, C.J. Bennett, Braden Goen, and Tyrone Dixon. Periana now for the Bruins, goes inside, can't finish, and Dixon has the rebound. Over to Goen on the near side. Braden Goen brings it across half court. Braden Goen kicks it over to Bukovic, the deadly shooter. Over to Edifel, inside to Bukovic, outside to Goen for 3. Off the mark, and the Bruins have the rebound. Hawks desperately trying to come back here, and the Bruins trying to put this one away. 9-point lead, 57 with 8:26 left in the fourth quarter, sorry. Here's Parkinson, being guarded by Gone. Step back, tough shot, off the mark. And the Hawks have possession temporarily, but Gibson Edifel turns it back over. Periana now being guarded by Edifel. Tough shot, but he drills it from three. And the lead has grown, the biggest lead of the night, a 12-point lead now for the Sheridan Bruins. Edifel to Gone. Outside Vukovic. Over to Edifel. And here's CJ Bennett, can't hit it. Braden Gone hustling, gets the offensive rebound. Now Vukovic for three. Off the mark, they really need that one. Edifel goes inside, tries to get it to Dixon, turns it over. And the Bruins have possession again. 7:27 left in the fourth quarter. Bruins with a 69-57 lead. Periana being guarded by Edifel, goes inside, kicks it out to Parkinson. His three short. Elreich has the offensive rebound and he puts it back in. 14-point lead.
Elreich, he's been quiet since the second half, but big bucket there off the rebound, putting the offensive rebound away.
Vukovic now over to Braden Gone, goes inside, called for the travel, and a costly turnover there for the Humber Hawks. 71-57 Sheridan. Full house here at the Hawks' Nest.
You'll see a replay here of Periana's last three right in the eye. And just makes it with ease. Gives the Bruins their biggest lead of the game.
Owusu, good defense there by Bennett. Almost forces a turnover. Parkinson left alone from three. Can't hit it, and the Hawks get the rebound. Edifel has it now, brings it across half court. Kicks it over to Dixon. Back to Edifel. Goes inside on Owusu, almost finishes. Good defense there, and the Hawks will get possession. This one goes off Owusu.
Substitution coming into the game is number 13 for the Hawks. Ansel Martin checking out of the game is CJ Bennett.
The Hawks need to find someone and get them going. Hopefully it's Vukovic who has it now. From the outside, hands it over to Braden Gone, goes back inside to Vukovic. Ton of contact there, no call. And the Hawks turn it over again. They can't afford to turn the ball over here. So the Hawks will have a full court press going here. Edifel guarding Periana, forcing him to work, and he turns it over. Good defense by Edifel. Ansel Martin now slows things down, hands it off to Gone. Kicks it out to Vukovic, lets the three ball go, they need it. Short again. Gets his own rebound and kicks it out to Edifel. Edifel to Martin, short Jimmy. This one's good, nothing but net. And the Hawks were desperate for that one. They cut the lead back down to 10. Sorry, it's a 12-point game, 71-59. Sheridan still leading. And going inside is Elreich. Oh, and boy, that one spins around the basket and sticks out, Everett.
It looked like half the ball was down in the mesh, but it didn't go all the way through.
Hawks needed that one. Edifel now kicks it over to Vukovic. Tries to go inside to Dixon. They turn it over, but there's Martin, gets the rebound, and he's going to be fouled. Tough defense here by the Bruins, and the Hawks draw a foul. Ansel Martin will go to the line.
These are two big free throws here for Ansel Martin and the Humber Hawks team to try and chip away at this lead with 5:26 to go here. You can't let the time become too much of a factor here.
Ansel Martin at the free throw line. Hits the first. Can't afford to waste any opportunities. And Martin hits the second, so those were big. 10-point game again, 5:25 left in the fourth quarter. Here's Elreich. He's on fire in the first half, has cooled down since. Martin's guarding him. Hands it off to Parkinson, tries to go inside. Dixon got a piece. And the Hawks get the rebound. Edifel definitely fouled there by Navdeed Beal. Good effort there by the Hawks.
It didn't, I don't know if Edifel saw him there as he was getting so focused on the ball here. It looked like we almost might have had a little bit of a collision there right at half court.
Luckily he avoided it, but he does get the foul call. There's 5:09 left here in the fourth quarter. 71-61 lead for the Sheridan Bruins over the Humber Hawks. 10-point game. Gibson Edifel with an ankle breaker crossover there, but the Hawks turn it over again. Mental mistakes being made. As the Bruins now to inbound it. Here's Elwright. Gets it over to Parkinson. Parkinson being guarded by Edifel. Here's Parkinson. Elwright now gets it down low. And the Bruins go to work. Here's Elwright. Being guarded by Ansel Martin. They need to get a shot off. Lets a deep three go. Off the mark. And the Hawks can't get the rebound. Oh, but Carlin is blocked by Dixon. And here come the Hawks. Edifel in transition. Gets it over to Martin. Tough play by Ansel Martin. Grabs a big foul there, and he's going to go to the line.
Here we have a replay of that big block by Dixon. The big man gets the hand up off the glass, and that leads down to a good scoring opportunity at the other end of the court. It didn't convert, but now going to the line to shoot two is Ansel Martin.
A good effort there by Tyrone Dixon. We shouldn't be surprised. One of the best, if not the best, defensive player in the entire OCAA. When you get blocks like that that lead to fast break opportunities, you've got to make them count. And here's Ansel Martin going to the line. Hits the first. Back down to a single-digit game, 71-62, 4:29 left in the fourth quarter. And he hits both. Ansel Martin clutch from the free throw line here in the fourth quarter. It's an 8-point game, 4:25 left in the fourth quarter. Owusu being guarded by CJ Bennett. Dixon comes out to help, and Owusu lets a deep three go in and out. Big break there for the Hawks. Edifel now has it. The crowd is starting to get pumped up here at the Hawks Nest. As Martin kicks it inside to Gruich. Tries to go inside, ton of contact. Dixon tries to go back up, and a late foul call, but definitely deserving. Tyrone Dixon was absolutely mugged inside Everett.
Not only was Dixon mugged, but right before that, Gruich went up for a shot, and it looked like he was looking for a potential foul call there, but yeah, late foul coming there from the official, but well-deserved foul call.
Sheridan Bruins will call a timeout here. The Humber Hawks down by 8. Still just over 4 minutes left in the fourth quarter. Humber looking for a big win here at the Hawks Nest in their final home game of the season. So 4:03 left here in the fourth quarter. Steve Carney joined alongside by Everett Handmer. And Everett, we look inside to the huddle here. Sean Collins, 11-year veteran head coach for the Humber Hawks. What do you think he's got to be telling his team right now?
Well, the last couple of possessions.
Dead front. All right? It's not about getting beat up. You got to make, hey, sorry, the other way around. Maybe you're here. Ansel, you're here. No. Okay, Ansel's here. You got to force Dylan back. We can do this. Play to the inside. Let's pick him up. Okay? Hey, if we get the line ball to over, we got to run, all right?
You hear the head coach, Sean Collins, what he said was we got to force Dylan Periana to the outside. Don't let him go inside, because when he penetrates, he finds open shooters on the outside.
Yeah, he's been extremely effective at penetrating the inside of the key here so far in the second half.
Dixon from the free throw line makes the first. That cuts the lead down to 7. Hawks need these points, every single one of them, if they want to come back in this game. Dixon hits both, and the Hawks have been good here from the free throw line in the fourth quarter. Owusu being guarded by Ansel Martin. And here comes the aggressive defense of the Humber Hawks. Gibson Edifel guarding Ariana. And now Bennett trying to force Owusu. Oh, and Owusu goes inside and gets the call. Looks like Gruich went straight up. Sean Collins, head coach of the Hawks, not happy with it, but once again, Owusu's going to go to the line.
Owusu again with that. He has an exceptional crossover. We've seen it a few times this year. He did it again. Nice spin move there to try and get away. Yeah, a little bit of contact there, but in a game that this close, any type of call, a foul call or non-call is of course going to be magnified.
Ryan Owusu, 33 in blue for Sheridan. Give him 18 points on the night as he hits the second free throw. It's an 8-point game once again. Ediford kicks it over to Martin. The defense by the Bruins has been exceptional here in the fourth quarter. Ediford to Martin. Tries to go inside to Dixon. Sloppy play. Needs to get a shot off here. Just 3 seconds left. Ediford. Step back three, lets a prayer go, and this one is not answered. But a foul has been called on Owusu. Oh boy, what a break there for the Humber Hawks. He might be shooting three.
Gibson Ennefeld will be shooting three. I don't know if Gibson, if he fully knew how much time he had left on the shot clock, and then you see it here, he's just kind of crossing over, and he just kind of puts up a prayer. And heads up play by him though, shooting into that contact.
Yeah, great play, draws him with the pump fake, gets him to leave his feet, and then goes right into the body. Beautiful play by Ediford. He hits the first of three. That cuts the lead down to 7. These points are huge. Ediford hits the second as well, and it's a 6-point game. 3:23 left here in the fourth quarter. Gibson Ediford at the line, and he goes 3 for 3. It's a 5-point game here. 3:23 left in the fourth quarter. Steve Carney alongside Everett Hanmer at the Hawks' Nest in front of a full crowd here tonight. Elright, Periana goes down low. Once again, Owusu goes inside, can't finish. Elright on the offensive glass. The Hawks need to secure those rebounds. Elright now goes inside. Tyrone Dixon with some great D, and the Hawks have the ball. 2:55 left here in the fourth quarter. Ansel Martin. Looks like he's going to be called going out of bounds. I think he got rid of the ball first, but
definitely a very, very close play there. He was definitely close to the baseline, but like you said, he did jump, and it certainly a close play. Hopefully the referee is in the right type of better angle than we are there.
73-68, 2:43 left in the fourth quarter. Here's Periana. Kicks it over to Elright. Now down low, Cole Rodney being guarded by Dixon. Great defense. Carlin off the mark there, and Dixon gets the rebound. Here is the Hawks' chance to cut the lead down. Tyrone Dixon out there with Ansel Martin, Gile Gruich, CJ Bennett, and Gibson Ediford. Gruich, the big man, in and out on the three. And the Bruins have the rebound. Ediford, though, steals it, but turns it right back over. CJ Bennett's going to be called for the foul there. 2:09 left in the fourth quarter. Still tons of time, but the Bruins have a 5-point lead, 73-68. Nav deep. Diol's going to inbound it here. And the Hawks have the full court press back out there. Owusu being guarded by CJ Bennett. Owusu, he's going to turn it over. Bennett in transition. Finish. He doesn't finish. He went for the fast break dunk, and it goes in and out. Oh boy, that's a mental mistake there. You have to finish that. And the crowd is going nuts here at the Hawks' Nest.
That was a play where you'd have to think CJ Bennett is just going to be kicking himself for that, as he could have went for the dunk and he had it there, just didn't get it to go.
This rivalry is intense, and the atmosphere is absolutely unbelievable here at the Hawks' Nest. Diol now for three off the mark, and Braden Goen has a rebound. 1:42 left in the fourth quarter. 5-point game. Bruins 73, Hawks 68. Braden Goen goes inside, kicks it into Dixon, and he finishes inside. Tyrone Dixon makes it a one-possession game, 73-70. Owusu misses a shot, and this one's going to go off of the Sheridan Bruins, and the Humber Hawks will have possession. The crowd is so loud at the Hawks Nest, 73-70 with a minute and 24 left on the clock.
The crowd is on their feet. The players of the Humber Hawks bench are standing, and
oh boy, I think a technical foul has been called here on the Sheridan Bruins, Everett.
I believe that's going against number 33, Brian Owusu, but there were a bunch of players congregating around the referee, so tough to know exactly who that went against.
Hawks now with possession, minute 24 left, 3-point game. Edifel inside to Brady Goen, and he finishes, and the foul! Brady Goen and one play will go to the line, trying to make it a 3-point play. Oh my goodness, this game is unbelievable.
What a play there, and I talked about it a few minutes ago. I said the Hawks have been having success when they go right at the basket and work underneath. And the last couple of possessions, the Hawks have gotten those chances off of the small ball right underneath the basket. This place is crazy right now.
The crowd is absolutely going nuts at the Hawks Nest. Full crowd here tonight, and they are showing their support. Brady Goen with a beautiful move inside. Great assist by Gibson Edifel, and now Brady Goen is going to the line. A minute and 21 left here in the fourth quarter. 73-72 lead for the Sheridan Bruins. Just a 1-point game. Brady Goen looking to tie things up. Here he is at the line. Brady Goen lets it go, and he's off the mark. Oh boy, but the Hawks get the rebound. CJ Bennett, he has it, and he's fouled, and he'll go to the line. That's some effort by the first-year player out of Brampton.
CJ Bennett getting the hustle off of the missed free throw by Goen, and able to have the wherewithal to throw it up and have the shot. He probably knew he wasn't going to make it, but he draws the foul.
CJ Bennett at the line, hits the first, and the crowd goes nuts. It's a tie game, 73-73, a minute 18 left in the fourth quarter. Bennett, first-year player out of Brampton, at the line, drills the second one, and the Hawks have the lead. The crowd is intense at the Hawks Nest. Parkinson to Periana. Defense chance rain out. Periana being guarded by Edifel. Lets a three ball go. Off the mark, and the Hawks have the rebound. A minute left in this fourth quarter. Steve Carney alongside Everett Hanmer for the best game I've ever seen in the Hawks Nest. Edifel saves one from going out of bounds. They need to slow things down. 10 seconds left on the shot clock. Goen almost turns it over, gets it to Martin. Hawks need a shot. Here's Bennett, lets one go. Off the mark, but the Hawks get the rebound. Brady Goen gets the clutch board and gets it out of him, but he turns it over. Periana in transition, finishes. 28 seconds left. The Bruins have a 1-point lead. Oh my goodness, back and forth action. It's not quieting down tonight, Everett.
This speed of Periana on display. They're able to, the quick hands, able to force the turnover and then be the first one to get to that loose ball and convert on the layup to put the Sheridan up by 75-74.
What a game it has been so far tonight. 44 seconds left in the fourth quarter. The atmosphere is crazy. What a crazy game it's been so far tonight. Has been going back and forth. Humber will have possession out of this timeout.
Okay.
We're going to listen inside to the head coach, Sean Collins.
We got Gibby, CJ, and so Braden. Okay. CJ's here, Braden, you're here. All right. Ty, you're down low. Just keep coming high and coming low. Come to the ball. Let the ball in front of you and flash. Okay? As Ty flashes, whoever's baseline, look to cut. As Ty gets the ball in the middle.
No matter what happens here tonight, this has been one of the best games so far this season in the entire OCAA. It's going right down to the last second. 28 seconds left in this fourth quarter. The Sheridan Bruins have a 75-74 lead. Humber with possession. This atmosphere is only getting more intense as the seconds tick off the clock. Bennett inbounds it to Braden Goen, to Ediful. Ansel Martin now on the outside. Kick pass over to Ediful. Tries to get it out. Turned over, but the Hawks have it again. Oh, and they turn it right back over. Oh no, Braden Goen is looking for CJ Bennett, but the bullet pass went right through his fingertips, and it goes out of bounds. The Bruins take a timeout, and we'll have possession here with just 16 seconds left on the clock, Everett. It's a 75-74 game.
And yeah, like I said, there's 13 seconds on the shot clock, so 3-second differential between the two. There's still lots of time. If you're Sean Collins, you want to draw up clean defense.
So we're going to listen in to the head coach now of the Sheridan Bruins as they try to get their strategy to end this game.
Adam, Dylan, I don't want you first though. I want Jamar first, okay? Then now, they look over. Listen to me. Jamar like this, Dylan over here. Jamar come all the way to the corner. Then flash back. It's got to get in, and they're going to foul. Okay, let's throw them the ball. Let's go. Finish on 3. Hey, everybody come to the ball.
75-74 lead, Sheridan Bruins. Just 16 seconds left in the game, and the shot clock has been turned off, Everett. So the Hawks are going to have to foul here. Look for a steal right away, but if you can't get it, you have to foul and force the Bruins to make good at the free throw line. Steve Carney alongside Everett Hanmer for this amazing matchup at the Hawks nest. Inbounding it. That's Elreich. Oh, the Bruins almost turn it over. Good defense here by the Hawks. And a foul's been called on Ansel Martin. Oh boy, I don't know about that one. Either way, the Bruins will go to the line. Well, it looks like the Hawks may have had a foul to give, actually. So they're going to have to inbound it again. You have to get a steal here if you're Humber. This is crucial. 10.8 left in the fourth quarter. Elreich tries to inbound it. 5 seconds. 5 seconds! 5 seconds has been called against the Sheridan Bruins, and Humber will have possession. What a turn of events here. The Humber Hawks will have a chance to win it, Everett. Oh boy, this game has been so amazing.
The Humber Hawks defense off of that inbound play you couldn't have drawn that defense up any perfectly. Each player was so tight on their man. The inbounder for the Bruins had no chance. He couldn't risk trying to throw a force a pass there, forcing the 5-second count. And so with 10 seconds left, Humber will get last possession here with a chance to win this game.
I have goosebumps, Everett.
Braden, you're here. Ansel, you're throwing it in. Maybe you're here. All right, CJ, you're here. All right, remember the stack play that we did a couple weeks ago. All right, screen, Gibby comes down in here. Braden, you set the screen here. All right, come up to the top, CJ, look to space out. Braden comes back to the ball. Ansel gets it. Ansel's handoff. Right? All right.
Here's Sean Collins trying to give his team the play, and Everett, you gotta think here, 10.8 seconds left in the fourth quarter, just a 1-point game. If you're a Humber, you gotta go right toward the basket.
Yeah, that's where they've had success chipping away at this lead, was right underneath the basket. And so you have to think that's what they're trying to do, open up a lane to try and drive to the basket.
75-74, 10.8 left in the fourth quarter. Ansel Martin to inbound it. Gets it over to Braden Goen, to Ediful, hands it off to Martin. Hawks need to go toward the basket. They turn it over temporarily. Oh boy, they turn it over. The Bruins will have possession. Costly turnover, sloppy play by the Hawks. And with 3.8 seconds left in the fourth quarter, the Bruins have a chance to ice it. Periana talking some smack to the Humber Hawks as he goes toward the bench.
Yeah, there was a few players ended up getting tangled up together, and they all went to the ground together. And it looks like, if you see it from our vantage point, it looked like the Humber player who had the ball was laying on the sideline. And so as a result of that, out of bounds was the call.
Yeah, tough play for Humber, but 3.8 seconds left here. You've got to try for the steal. If not, get a quick foul, force them to make the 2, and then you still have a chance to tie it.
Yeah, do the same thing again. They're not going to call a foul. They haven't called it all night. All right? Grind on them. All right? Grind on them. Allow contact. We need a 5 seconds. Let's go. Hold on, 3. 1, 2, 3.
So you hear the head coach, Sean Collins, saying try again to force the 5-second inbound violation. If you can't get it, foul right away and try to get the steal. But the Hawks, oh boy, it's crunch time now, Everett. 3.8 left in the fourth quarter. Sheridan Bruins with the 75-74 lead, and they're going to inbound it. It's going to be Elright. Inbound it. Tyrone Dixon gets his big long arms in the face of Elright. And some confusion here. It looks like actually Ansel Martin and Parkinson pushing each other, and the refs getting in between it. But Elright will inbound it here. Just 3.8 left here in the fourth quarter. Oh, Bennett does a good job there on defense. 0.9 seconds came off the shot clock. That's a big, big jump. Considering they never even touched the ball, I don't think any time should have came off. But the Bruins look to inbound it again. They go inside and miss. Humber needs to get a shot off. Martin needs to shoot it, and he's not aware of how much time is left. The Humber Hawks can't get it off, and the Sheridan Bruins come into the Hawks' nest and get an absolutely huge win, 75-74. The rivalry is huge here, and this game lived up to it in the final night. Final home game here for the Humber Hawks. What a game, Everett.
What a game, and hats off to this Humber Hawks team. They trailed by, the lead was apparent as big as 12 midway through the fourth quarter. But this Humber Hawks team, you know, relied off their experience and depth, chipped away and got this lead back. They even had the lead in the final minute of the game, but just unable to, you know, iron it out.
Tough break here for Humber, but you know what? They'll have a chance. They'll go into the playoffs and look to get some more success. Still a chance to win that West Division if they can get some help from other teams and they can win the rest of their games in the regular season. But what a night it was here on Seniors Night. The last home game for the Humber Hawks. They do not get the victory, but man, it was a great game. 75-74 final. Sheridan Bruins win it. The Hawks couldn't pull away Everett, but if you're the coach, Sean Collins, you got to be happy with your team's effort.
No, you got to be, exactly, against the top-ranked team, the Sheridan Bruins. You went shot for shot with them all game, and only losing by 1 point in the final minute of the game.
And this game was close all night. The last few minutes were the most intense minutes I've ever seen here at the Hawks Nest. The crowd was going crazy, both sides. Humber's fans, Sheridan's fans, both getting into this game. And why wouldn't they? Such an exciting game here tonight. Like we mentioned, the rivalry has been here for years now because the teams are so close and because the games are always close. These two teams are always near the top of the standings in the West Division. And once again this year, it's the exact same story. They came into tonight tied for first place, both at 13-3. Now Sheridan will move ahead. Steve Carney alongside Everett Hamner for tonight's matchup. And it was a doozy of a matchup, no doubt about that.
Yeah, I can hear you.
We're being joined by Tyrone Dixon sideline. Tyrone, tough loss for you guys, but it was an amazing game. How do you guys feel going into the rest of the season?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Sorry, Steve Carney alongside Everett Hamner. Tyrone, thanks for joining us tonight. A tough game for you guys. You're so close all the way through. Couldn't pull it out at the end, but how are you guys feeling going into the rest of the season?
Honestly, we got one more game down the road. That's just one game that we lost, to be honest. We just weren't executing the way we wanted to, so that's just one game out of the way. Yes, we lost, but at the same time, it's not the end of the world, you know? Just got to come back harder.
Yeah, 100%. Tyrone, coming back here in the second half of the season, you've had a great start, of course, one of the leaders on this team. How have you transitioned since coming back? How are you feeling going into the playoff stretch?
How do I transition coming back? I basically work hard in practice, try to communicate with my players on and off the court. We're a family, basically. See, we win together and we lose as a team. So this loss, we lost as a team. No one's hanging their heads, all trying to keep their heads pretty high.
Tyrone, they're a first-place team. How do you the fact that you guys only lost by 1 and you were with them all game, is there any positives that you can take out of this game?
Sorry, say that again.
I said, what positives can you take out of this loss?
Sorry, say that again.
I said, what positives can you take out of this loss?
What positives can we take out of this game?
Yes.
The second semester we haven't lost the game, so this brings us back into check. We lost the game, so basically we just got to get back on our toes. Got to work harder in practice, just like I said.
All right, Tyrone, thanks for joining us. Good luck in your last game of the regular season, of course, in the playoffs as well. We wish you luck.
Thank you. Take care.
So what a game it has been. Tyrone Dixon, thanks for joining us. Steve Carney alongside Everett Hanmer. Thanks for joining us tonight. We'll see you for the next broadcast as the Hawks lose to the Sheridan Bruins.